Hey everyone in YouTube world, this is Steve, the VSG Steve, doing his week 11 update. And for people who haven't realised, I've actually done a bit of a kind of change of name on my YouTube clip, just because everyone else had cool names and I was just Steve Bell. So I just thought, look, I'm going to be VSG Steve. So this week, as I said, week 11. For people who haven't been following my journey in the past, I had my vertical gastric sleeve surgery on the 25th of July this year, 2016. My heaviest weight was 155 kilos. My weight at 343 pounds. My weight at surgery was 132 kilos, or 286.2 pounds. And my weight last week was 123.3 kilos, or 271.8 pounds, and this week was 122.2, or 269.9 pounds. So for people who've been following it for the last couple of weeks, I actually had a loss this week of 1.1 kilos, which was good because last week I had a small game. So I think I'm not sure why. I think the main reason might have been that I was just back in the gym, and the gym I actually was getting a bit more gym work, and I think that might have had an effect on my weight. But I kept going with the gym this week. I did 2 gym sessions, and also did some working at home with my exercise. So I actually did when I went to the gym last week, they actually gave me two sessions that I can do, one in the gym and one at home. So doing a bit of kettlebell stuff and some squats and all sorts of things here at home, and then also doing some weights in when I hit the gym. So I'm having one gym session in the weight room, and then I'm having another gym session, which is the MetaFit class. For people who they can see my vest, and I thought I would, in dedication this week, for people who don't follow Aussie rules, we had we're right in the middle of the final series, and my team, the Kangaroos, or North Melbourne, we got knocked out on last weekend, but we also had the highest game player, the person who's played the most games ever, Brent Harvey, or Boomer Harvey as everyone calls him. He actually played his last game last weekend, so which was a shame that it was his final game, but that's what happens when and there's a bit of controversy around Melbourne at the moment, in the sense that he got sacked, but and looks like he may end up going to play for someone else, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, last week I didn't get a chance to cover. I've been to the three things. I actually took some measurements before I started the process, and I've been taking those measurements again each month. And last week I forgot to update on my YouTube. So the 3 measurements I've been taking are my waist, my hip, and my neck. And when I started, I actually started. My waist measurement was 122 centimeters. Sorry, I haven't got the conversion into inches. But after my first month, I'd actually lost 7 centimeters around my waist, and then I've lost another 6 centimeters. So I'm now down to 109 centimeters around my waist. My hips, so I was 138 centimeters around my hips. After the first month, I had dropped 15 centimeters, and I've dropped another 8 centimeters. So I'm down to 115. And my neck, which is the one that I find interesting the most, I was 154 centimeters around my neck, which now I'm down to, after a month I was down to 47.5 centimeters, and now I'm down to 46 centimeters around my neck. And the reason why I say it's most interesting is because I wear business shirts to work. I don't wear a tie, but I normally wear business shirts. So I've actually I've dropped from wearing a 50 shirt right down to 45 shirts. So, and that's led to me. Those measurements had led to me having last weekend, where I actually started to realise that a lot of my clothes were starting to, especially my work clothes, were starting to get a bit loose. So we went out. So I was thinking, do I go out and start buying a new wardrobe? And also with my business shirts, I try and buy decent shirts, um, and I was thinking, well, do I go out and buy some whole lot of new shirts and quite expensive shirts? So, and then I thought, well, I'm not gonna, since I'm still losing weight, I'm still not. I haven't hit a stable. I'm just going to buy some cheap shirts at the moment. And the other thing that I did was with my jeans and work pants are the things that they were getting looser and looser. The other, and I've actually gone through. I had a suit that I bought last October, and I don't wear a suit every day, but I wear it occasionally. Went from being, I had to buy a new suit last October because my normal suit was too small. So, and I needed a suit for an event that we were running, so I ended up buying another suit. So that was, I was out of that suit pretty quickly after my surgery, and now I'm actually in the sense of the suit that I actually bought for my when I got married in 9 years ago. So we actually it was 2008, so 8 years ago. I've actually gone down. Now my thin suit is actually, I'm now less than that. So I was actually joking when I've been wearing the thin suit, which I call it, which is one that I bought on my honeymoon. Been wearing that occasionally more at work, and just people are going, "Oh, you got a job interview?" Because I don't wear it very often. And I said, "No, I actually just want to make sure that I get a little bit of life out of this suit because I don't wear it very often, and I'm getting less and less in it." And I wore it on Monday morning, and actually wore it with a belt, and they were joking about it at work, and I said, look, it's probably one of the last days I'm going to be able to wear this suit, because I actually undid the belt and there was a good 2 inches around hanging out from the side. So it's a really exciting thing. But one of the things that probably a tip for people who are new to the weight loss, or they're just starting to lose weight, is and they're starting to look at new clothes and things like that. I went down to the local op shop, so it was Savers, and actually just went out and just bought some new pants and new jeans and things like that. And because I thought, look, I might grow out of these quite quickly. So I bought a whole lot of cheap jeans, and they've been fantastic. And it was interesting, like I even could buy skinny jeans, which I've never actually bought skinny jeans. And there's a pair of skinny jeans that I bought which look really nice, and every time I wear them, I'm getting really compliments about it. So, be interesting how I go with those. So, but I'm gonna and I just bought some cheaper kind of shirts just to get me through for a while until I level out my weight. Other that have been happening this week was been a real increase of some of the, I wouldn't say old people, but some of the people who used to post starting to post again, which is fantastic because. As a newbie, it's always great following some of the people with more and seeing their journeys. But you get to a point you think, oh, I wonder how they're going now. These people that have come back and started to post again. So it's great to see posting, and it's great to see gastritis posting, and also always following the Tanya and Al or Al's not. He's still in the. It's always good to see it goes also. But another thing that's happened, I was talking about the football, and I went to one of the Friday night, and I'm going again this Friday night. And it's a bit of a tradition that nights we always go to a number of finals. Traditionally, we always get together before the game, beers, have a burger somewhere, really catch up with people. Still haven't had any beer, still haven't had any soft drink in that kind. And as I've said in my previous video, I'm not planning on having anything for a while. I still want to settle. I don't want the sugary drinks and to really have an effect on my weight loss yet at the moment. Concentrate on that and see how I go, because all my mates respect that, and missed it, so I'm not really that fussed. But even constantly, after my experience in Sydney, which I've done videos, I'm really struggling with some food. Even when I go to the football, I'm making sure I take it. So tomorrow night, and last week, what I actually did was I still bought a joint, and we still
The other guys had a couple. No, it was fine. I just had some water. But when I made my lunch, actually made another wrap. So just that's what I've been having for lunch lately. So just having some protein and and maybe some cheese and some hummus or something like that mixed in. It's a really good kind of meal for me. And I and did the same thing for my lunchbox for dinner. And that was a very good. I just had my wrap and did that really well. So the other thing that I'm finding a bit funny is getting lots of compliments. Lots of people ask. Open with most people. Lots of green. And it was funny. Yeah, it's some